Okay, folks, we are live here for the Ripple Effect Live. And we welcome a very special guest today, Terry Wade, who's multi-talented, and she's a life coach, a consultant, really a business coach, and a model woman entrepreneur who actually helps other entrepreneurs become successful as well. And she's also an expert in water. But before we get to Terry, I did want to just introduce my co-host, Erica Gimble, who we have a lot of fun on this show, and ask
Also an
Erica, how are you
expert
today?
Sorry, David. I'm so excited to be here with you again on the Ripple Effect. Thank you for having me. Yes, we are live. I can see it on my phone. And so welcome, Terry. And thank you again for having the Ripple Effect, David.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm doing the same thing. I want to make sure we share this. So if we do get any questions that come in over the live audience, feel free to put your questions to Terry or comments on the broadcast, and we'll try to cover them live and on air. And with that, I let me just turn it over to you, Terry, to just tell folks about your story, because I know you're constantly evolving, and you have a number of different things that you've worked on and that you are working on. So, thanks for coming on, and let's hear a little bit about your story.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be on the Ripple Effect. This is really awesome. I love what you guys are doing. And I really do believe in the ripple effect in terms of like mind, body, spirit. It's really all one and put together. So I originally started my business, the Lady Entrepreneur Society. That's how I got started. And with that, I was teaching people how to use their passions and their skills to start a business online. A lot of it is service-based coaching businesses. And what I realized is you have to be in really, if you want to be at a peak state of energy and have that energy to show up live, to do the work you really want to be doing in the world and to make the impact and have the success you want to be making, then you really need to have that optimal health. So one of the things I've realized, I've tried many different vitamins and substances just to make sure that I am getting ideal health. There was this one substance, I'm trying to think of the name, but it's one of those pills that gives you like more focus and energy. And so, it helps, but it's kind of expensive. And then someone had told me about this water that was really giving them energy, and it's infused with electric hydrogen. And so I tried it, and it was that same kind of effect where you just feel like clear-minded, very focused. You feel properly hydrated, you're sleeping better, the whole like ripple effect of health. And then being able, when you feel better, you can think better, then you take better actions. So yeah, so that's basically a little bit about me. And I got started with Kangen Water. I got my machine very late May, early June. So I'm still pretty new, but super excited about it. So I just, went in, had I don't know what the term is, but I just jumped in, just dove into the pool, just to suck my whole self into it. I really love this. I'm telling all my friends and family about it because it's made such a big difference in my life in terms of energy, in terms of just feeling great. My skin's clear, my nails have been growing, my hair's been growing. Just overall, it's been really a game changer for my health and the focus and clarity I get to bring to the Lady Entrepreneur Society. So I do have a 6-month mastermind and do one-on-one coaching with people who do want to get their business started. And then also with Kangen Water, it's another stream of income if somebody loves the water and they want to share the water as well.
Great, thank you. And for those of you who may not have seen Terry on social media, she's also a social media star, and she has like 20,000 Instagram followers or something. So it's amazing that she can carry this message and share her message and all the positive things that she does in the world broadly, and really has learned to really get a lot of great traction and use that to do a lot of good in the world. And I know a lot of people would be interested to hear about your secrets to success and there. And I think, you share that in some of your mastermind and a lot of the, if people watch your Tuesdays with Terry or other broadcasts that you put, you really see why you are a star on social media. And so I admire you and what you do there. And I did want to, as a kind of we've gotten away from it a little bit on the ripple effect, but I did want to ask you about if you have any health goals for 2021, or how you kind of see health today, and if you have any goals that have helped you maintain a good sense of health and things that you're trying to do with your health.
Yeah, definitely. So I know with COVID in 2020, like what a crazy year it's been. I used to go to the gym a lot. I like doing group classes. So I think it's really important to find what style of workout you like to do, what style of eating, that you like to do that works best for your body, because not all bodies, are going to respond to, different proteins and gluten and the whole thing. So I think it's really important to know yourself, know your body. But yeah, so the goals I have are to really get more active in like building. I mean, I don't know if I think we're like back on lockdown or something. So I'm just getting more active in doing like home workouts. I'll go for a run, but now it's like raining today. We're going into winter. So just really getting more active in home workouts and putting them in my schedule. So doing at least 3 or 4 home workouts. One of the things I really do is like these 8-minute YouTube workouts that have been really awesome. It just really fast, gets your heart pumping. And yeah, so that's just been a little bit of my health goals, is like just building strength, because I feel like I've lost some of that in 2020. And then I do, yeah, my green smoothies in the morning. I make sure I drink half my body weight in water. That's how you get that proper hydration. The sleep, just with mindset, just positive affirmations, telling myself throughout the day, kind of like that self-image, like, like I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm successful. So yeah, so that's a little bit about my goals, is just kind of like to, build that muscle strength and be consistent, like have a consistent routine going on.
Great. And I know Erica refers to that as walking the talk, and I feel like both of you guys do that you really live your positivity and the ripple effect in action. And I think it's so exciting to see with both you and Erica, and there's other entrepreneurs that you inspire out there that do the same thing. But it's definitely not a majority. I think a majority are trying to get there, but we need folks like you guys to inspire others to get there. And hence that's why big part of why we created the ripple effect. And now I wanted to turn it over to Erica to make any comments about anything that Terry said, and then pick up the second half of the interview.
So yeah, so great to be with you and get to hear from you about all that you do and how you inspire and create the ripple effect in your work. So it's really fun to have like rock star Terry Wade on today. So you are an expert in water in a way, and all the health benefits it can provide. What are the health benefits of upgrading our water supply, and how can we do it?
Yeah, definitely. So what I use is with the Kangen. So it's a Nagic is the company that I'm a part of, and we have these Kangen water machines. So there's different machines, but they're all basically they're about the size of a coffee maker, like a big coffee maker. So it's portable. You can take them with you. But what it does, this machine, so it passes through. It takes all of the heavy metals out of your water, and then it passes through these titanium plates. So depending on which machine you get between 6 and 8 titanium plates, and that actually adds in electric hydrogen to the water. So when it does that, you're adding an antioxidant in the water. So most, like just the world, just walking around, it's kind of like oxidizing because of the chemicals in the air. When you cut an avocado, you'll notice that it starts aging right away. So yeah, this water's antioxidant. And the way that we figure that out is there's an ORP meter. So you can test a soda and that'll be like positive 500 or more on the oxidizing meter. Even Perrier, which I used to think was like fancy and I liked it, but now I'm realizing it's just like a soda. So, and maybe even like a little bit worse, it's really not that great for you. That carbonated bubbles, and then waters that are sitting on the shelves, those are oxidizing because it's just sitting there, and that's aging the water. The plastics are leaching into the water bottles. But this Kangen water is they can get up to -600, -800 on the antioxidant meter. So when you're drinking it, you're drinking antioxidants. They say one glass of the Kangen water is about 2.5 to 3 pounds of blueberries in terms of antioxidants that you're getting. So imagine you're drinking, 10 glasses of that a day, which you should be drinking about half your body weight. So that's one of the biggest benefits is the antioxidant. It's just so good for your body. And then the second property is the alkalinity. So there's a scale, it's like a pH scale. If you have a hot tub or a pool, there's the 2 pH is really, really acidic. And then it goes up to even 11.5. So the machine I have actually makes 5 different types of water. So it does make that 2.5. So it's a water, which is really interesting, but you can clean with it. You can, disinfect your cuts, gargle with it. So yeah, the machine's really awesome, but the big, winner for me is the water it produces. So the alkalinity, the drinking water, it's a 9.0 or 8.5, a 9.0, and a 9.5 alkalinity. So yeah, the higher the alkalinity, there's doctors that have said cancer can't survive an alkaline environment. And so when you're drinking this high alkaline water, you're getting your body back to its, like optimal health. So when you get a cut, then your body can heal itself. And so it's kind of the same concept is when your body's in the optimal state of being, then it's able to heal itself. And so that alkalinity really helps get it into that optimal state of health. And then the last one is it's microclustered. So basically what that means is when it goes through those titanium plates, it breaks down the molecules. So most molecules that come out of the tap water are about like 15 molecules like per water droplet, and our body absorbs at like 7 molecules. So it's that's why you'll notice you'll get really bloated when you chug a bunch of water, because it's not properly hydrating your body, because it's sitting there because your body's not able to properly absorb those molecules. So what this water does is it breaks it down, so it's about 4 or 5 clusters per molecule, so it's absorbing right into your body right away. So you're getting cellular hydration in your brain and your skin and all your organs. So I think that's why you see the glow, your hair grows faster, your nails grow faster, you have that energy because it's just getting the hydration right into your body. And so one of the things it does too is because it's so broken down, you could pour the Kangen water into some green tea, a green tea bag, just from the faucet, not heating it up, and it will produce green tea. Because the only thing that it's doing when you're heating up the water is it's breaking down the molecules. So this, because the water molecules are so small, you can make like a green tea right away. And also it enhances anything you take. So if you're taking vitamins, it's going to really amplify that vitamin as well. So those are some of the properties of the Kangen water.
Awesome. I have seen the Kangen water system at my friend's home and also a chiropractor's office. And it's really cool. And it says, it'll say the degrees that it is alkaline. It'll say, 9.0 or cleaning. It talks to you. It's very cool. And, so just really fascinating. And here's a question that we didn't really set up for this question, but I'd love for you to answer it is how does this compare with, reverse osmosis, this kind of system?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure of all the reverse osmosis systems out there, but I know that this is a process of reverse osmosis in the filter itself, but then it just has those extra added bonus like benefits. So it is like a reverse osmosis machine. It does have those same features, but it just has these extra added features with the antioxidant, which is probably the biggest one. And it still has that was that.
Yeah, that's great. And so I just was in this other training, and we solve problems with what we're talking about with the products that you're served with. And so have you been able to, with this in the short time that you've been doing this, Terry, have you seen results of your people getting the Kangen water or having a trial test? What have people noticed? We just want to really keep this relational, because people just tuning in, they might just be like, oh yeah, what is that? What can happen in a week's time?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, thanks for asking that question. So it just kind of depends. Like if you're really healthy, you won't notice a huge amount of the benefits, because it's more you feel better and more alive if you're already pretty healthy. But what it's known to be doing is that people they've they've had, like, say they've had gout, so they're actually getting that proper hydration, and then they won't get that swelling in their feet or any of those symptoms that they're getting with the gout. Also my friend, she's on it and she has lost about 10 pounds drinking the water, because that's like the proper hydration. You're not having all that body weight, and it aids in digestion. So it does help you lose weight. And then there's been some people that, have had the diabetes and the high blood pressure. And so we can't make any like health claims, but by having the proper hydration and by, drinking the right amount of water and having that alkalinity, then your body can just do what it does best and heal itself. But one of the things that's been also pretty cool is because of the 2.5 water, you can get rid of acne and eczema by putting that 2.5, disinfectant water on you. And then I know a lot of people with eczema, it's really like a skin disease because they're not really getting that proper hydration. So it has healed people of eczema by getting the proper hydration as well as using that disinfectant. So that's been a really great feature for them. I know my mom, she had like acid reflux, and so that stopped her acid reflux too. And the machine goes up to an 11.5 pH. So that,
Wow.
yeah, I know. Yeah, so I mean, it's not really recommended to drink it. Some cancer patients will drink it, because it just helps really get their body back to alkalinity. But it's really
Sounds
more for as a degreaser and a cleaner. And my mom, when she had arthritis, she would soak her hands in it in the morning, and it was the anti-inflammatory. So she would soak her hands
yeah,
in for a couple minutes, and then she'd be able to use her hands to like garden or do whatever she liked to do.
very cool. And how, so is that almost creating like a distilled water kind of environment when it gets up to 11, or is that it's not the same system?
Yeah, not really the same system. I guess it's like kind of similar, but the distilled water, because it's been sitting in the bottle for so long, you're not really getting it from its source. It's not, it's just not really the same because it's still leaching the plastic, it's oxidizing, but it's similar, some of the similar properties. But it's like I haven't tested distilled water to see if the properties are still there once it gets to not knowing how long it's been on the shelf. But yeah, kind of similar to that.
Interesting. Well, I really like the taste of it. When I'm over at my friend Dr. Beth's, I really fill up all my water bottles and make sure when I have my drive back from where she lives, I'm always filled up on my water bottles with the Kangen water. And then this chiropractor that's out in the La Moraga area, he had his Kangen water right there in the bathroom of his office. So it was really, really interesting how people use it. And it's very unique system. I've never seen anything like it. So, and it's just fascinating that this is something that has really called to you. And I know you're also a health coach. So this kind of sounds like it's like a wonderful blend of, you're a life coach.
Yeah, the life coach, and it blends in perfectly. And I like that you mentioned the doctors. So many doctors have this machine. One of the guy who invented the colonoscopy, he won't even do any procedures on people unless they've gone through at least like a couple months of drinking the Kangen water, so it can flush out their system and they can like bring their body back to. And then he'll do the colonoscopy. But yeah, it's really nice with doing the life coaching and being able to infuse this because yeah, it's interesting how I got into it, but I've always been really like, I know that most of our, like, we're made up of over 70% water. So I'm thinking if we're going to be made up of 70% water, it makes sense to just have the best water there for you, like in your body. So, and no one, a lot of people like my dad, he doesn't really get it. He's just like, oh, water's water. But then, you see the test. So I have like the pH drops and you see it turning colors, and then you do ORP meter and you see the numbers, jumping all over the place. So then you realize that water's not just water. But yeah, I don't know. It's been so interesting. I mean, I don't really think any coincidences happen, but yeah, I just feel so lucky that I found this. But it's been a big thing of mine. I don't like the plastic waste. There's like a big plastic,
Yeah.
mountain the size of Texas in the ocean. It's just, yeah, it's really sad. All those fish are eating the plastic. We're eating the fish, and then we're getting that plastic right back into our systems, and it's just leaching in the water bottles, and that can cause cancer. I think it was Celine Dion who had gotten like breast cancer from bleached plastic in the water bottles. So yeah, there's just so many benefits, even besides just getting into our best health, which is such an amazing benefit. But yeah, for the environment, and then yeah,
Yeah.
having the different waters where you don't have to go out and buy hand sanitizer or disinfectant. There's beauty water too. You can spray on and kind of tightens your skin. It's that a 6.0 pH, which is the same as your skin, so it tightens and moisturizes your skin. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Well, we are completely the potential. You and I have the potential to be amazing power partners. So, I always want to chat with you and connect because what I do is offer the plant powder nutrition of 30 to 50 plants, and we've had such amazing results and the most research of any nutritional product of its type on the planet. So yeah, it's such a wonderful compliment to know that there is clean water and a company that you have aligned with that really takes this really seriously. And have they also had any effort to clean up the water in the ocean water? Is there any solution that you can see on the horizon?
They just want to get more machines into houses. That's definitely their biggest mission. You know, one in eight, well, I think 1 in 6 or 7 people in Japan have this machine at their house, and I think like 1 in 50,000 have it here in America. But their lifelong expectancy, they're number 2 in the world for like oldest, life expectancy, and we're at number 52 in the world. But so that just shows it's like, this water, and with 1 in 8 people have it in their machines, and I'm sure it's a whole lifestyle, definitely, like the plants and the supplements that you offer. It's a perfect combination. It's a perfect pair.
Yeah, going more plant-based helps everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's so profound. It's so interesting.
And
So any other questions or thoughts? Or David, did you want to jump in with something?
yeah, I just wanted to say this is a perfect subject for the ripple effect in that, really it's a case where the knowledge is king here, and Terry actually knows, all the science behind this and has a lot of great insights. So if you are interested in hearing more, I suggest you reach out to her, because it's a lot to get your head around, just this belief that maybe what the water we're drinking in our own home is not, good for us or nearly as good as this treated water. And it's something that a lot of people have kind of taken for granted. But, I was just listening to Earl Nightingale's Lead the Field earlier, and usually the people who are so far ahead of us, we can't even see them. They're so far ahead. So to break away from the pack, you got to do something different. And I think with this water, the more I learned about it, the more I see what an innovative thing it is. And Terry is such a good spokesperson for it, and just to reach out to her to find out more. And I think I just love this aspect of the ripple effect of sharing this knowledge with everyone. I know Terry's. I did have kind of a wild card question before we wrap up, something that's ripple effect esque, and I just wanted to see, Terry, if you could talk a little bit about what you see is the connection between our mental, our physical, and our spiritual health, and just kind of your thoughts on the connection between those things in terms of helping others develop a better connection there.
Oh, I love it. Well, that's a perfect question. Yeah, I love talking about spirituality because I do study A Course in Miracles. On Monday nights, I host a class at Unity San Francisco. So I think it's so important. All three are just so important, because really spiritually, you need to know who you are. And I feel like that'll let you show up differently in the world, show up confidently as yourself, feel connected to everyone else and everything around you, develop that deep sense of love for yourself, where you want to take care of yourself because you realize who you are and just how special and powerful and loved you are. So I think spiritual health is one of the biggest things that you can do for yourself, is like having some connection to a bigger picture. It's not just you and your body that dies. And then also, I feel like what you do to another, you're doing to yourself. And so, being able to know that is really important. And then in terms of mental health, if you don't feel like worthy enough, or you don't feel like good enough, you're not even going to go taking the steps to do things that are going to help your body. So yeah, mentally, it's really important to speak, positive affirmations, speak the way, like living the life you want to live. Like, I really believe anything's possible. And I think that comes from my spiritual foundation. But yeah, so once you have that spiritual foundation, then you realize, okay, anything's possible. And then using, all of our like mental faculties that we have, so we can, affirm the life we want. We can visualize and see it and then step into it, because everything's first created in the mind, and then it's created just on the physical plane. So it's so important to use your mind for good. We're constantly manifesting all the time, whether it, if your life is good or bad, you could just tell it's like cause and effect. So whatever you're thinking is going to be results in your life. So if you're not liking the results that you're seeing in your life, you really have to like think, look back at the cause of what thoughts you've been thinking that's created that result in your life. So your mental is so extremely important, because I feel like we are the creators, and we create through our imagination, through our words, through our actions. And then our thoughts are putting us into a vibrational state of being that's going to, kind of law of attraction, attract things to us and get us in a state of action where, so if it's like, if you think like, oh, it's not possible for me to lose weight, like I've always been overweight, your body, you're not going to do anything. It's not going to put your body in any kind of vibrational state of, wanting to take action and move. But if you're like, it's possible, like, other people have lost weight, I can lose weight. There's actually healthy food I can have, and it's out there, it's possible. I'm going to, watch the ripple effect. I'm going to figure out ways I can do it. And then it's like taking the action. So you're not, but once you think it's possible and you've told those affirmations to yourself, like, I can do it, I can do it, then that puts yourself in a whole different vibration that, like, I feel like what you focus on grows, and where attention goes, energy flows. So you really, it's like, once you have that mental down, you're vibrating at a whole different level. So that's where like the physical body comes in. So then that's going to cause you to react, take actions in a different way. And then also have that attraction, differently. So I believe like everything's energy. It's all there is to it. Like Einstein says, just like tune into that frequency. So yeah, who's that healthy body frequency? So it's somebody that's, eating the plants and taking supplements. It's someone that's drinking clean water. It's someone that's, living their passion and feeling fulfilled in their life. And so yeah, I think it's all so connected. And then when you have the physical body healthy, then you can think clearer. And yeah, it's just so important. And then you have that energy and that zest for life. Because when you're hurting, you're thinking about the pain. So
yeah, I like to think of it as one simple change. Like everything you just said, you're just speaking really a lot of information. And as a therapist, I like to slow it down a bit so that there can be one simple change to play with in a day, in a week, in a month. And then how that's going might create the next simple change. And that creates the ripple effect. It creates what is that called when the wheel gets turned better and better as the momentum starts to happen. So I really appreciate what you're saying. And for someone who's just tuning in, who might be a little bit depresso or stuck or anxious or all those things that are very much on the rise right now, is to remember just one little thing, like that walk outside in the almost rain, or the what you can do with your cat or your dog just to like have a little cuddle with them, or can bring so much joy. And those little simple things are so helpful, and then everything else comes with that. So is there kindness today? So that's my take on it. So yeah, I really appreciate what you're saying, Terry, and this idea of how can it be possible for someone who doesn't think it's possible. The what if I could X, Y, and Z,
yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think, yeah, like taking it. So if you are feeling really down in the dumps, then it's just like, maybe there's a different way to see things, or maybe there is a different, and I did this 10 activities to having the best day of your life recently with this Pro Teachers of God Foundation that I'm in. And yeah, one of them, it's like, yeah, play with my cat, get some sunshine, get some fresh air, take a bath, like, just enjoy my coffee, or meditate, like things that are so small but that really make me happy. And so making sure that you're including those in your everyday. And I think it's, yeah, the small things, getting started with that, and definitely not trying to overwhelm yourself. Like there's no, we're eternal beings, like time's, in my mind, kind of made up. So it's just like, you just yeah, day by day, there's no rush to like have to do anything or get anywhere. It's really, yeah, the state of being, and being happy and joyous. Yeah, like that's the best way to live.
Amen. Amen.
Thanks for sharing that philosophy with us, Erica. And I know that's something that you are the best at, really meeting people where they're at to get them on the first steps. And I think those are the people we need the most of in the world right now, too. And I appreciate Terry is really steeped in the wisdom of the ages there, that I love how she goes into, a discourse on this thing. So I've learned, both, and that's kind of the advanced course versus where to get started. So I know both of you actually have kind of helped me with different things, and Terry can also do that on marketing, kind of like square one on marketing or on life coaching too. So it's just, but if you kind of know the advanced course, you want to kind of share that to kind of speak to everyone too. So we are getting a little bit too deep for a half-hour conversation here, and I'm going to wrap it up there unless Erica has any closing comments. Otherwise, I do want to thank you, Terry, for sparking that vibrant discussion, and do put the links how to get a hold of you in in the chat box, and if you have anything you want to share about the water, and
Yeah.
same with Erica too, because it really is the most important thing is getting people to make that initial decision to change their life. And it's I found that it's really comes down to kind of a personal connection with somebody who shares something that makes them desire to make that change. And I see that in both of you, and also our business coach who Terry and I share as well. She was one of the founding members of this group called Thinking into Results that we're in, and we're very grateful to Pradna Leitner for inspiring us too. And Erica knows Pradna too. So here we got the ripple effect coming at us in a three-way chessboard, three-dimensional chessboard here, so to speak. So
Yeah, I did want to say I offer free trials of the water. So if you, this sounds like something that you definitely love and you want it, and like you've heard enough or you want some more videos, I'm happy to share videos. But if you do want to try it for yourself, I do 14-day trials, so you can get the water, do a couple of gallons at a time and meet. And then, yeah, if you're farther away, we do have a lot of different, people that share the water too. So I can get you connected to somebody if it's not close enough for us to meet personally. But I just wanted to get the word out about the water because it's helped me so much, just health wise, clarity wise, just feeling happier and better. So yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, everyone has a different experience based on where their health is. So if you are interested in getting a free trial, then definitely send me a message. My website's terrywade.com, and then from there you can find all my social. And there's a contact page that'll send an email to me.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you put that out there. Yet what a gift to get to have a 14-day trial, Terry. And I think we should have another go at this where we talk just about spirituality, because that's the topic that we could talk about maybe we could do a little workshop sometime together. That would be really fun. So with that, I say, David, thank you so much for having this ripple effect. David Kristen is of Wide Angle Media, and he's just prolifically getting it out there. All these great professionals who are doing such amazing things, inspiring healthy living and ripple affecting people to better lives.
thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Goodbye.